Hi, I'm Shawnee Michelle, the owner of Genesis 7 Consulting, and today I have a special guest with me, Angelique with For the Love of Sweets. All right, before we get started and get into this great conversation, we have to have a little wind down moment. So, bring in the Prosecco. Yes. Cheers. It's good.
That's nice.
With a splash of raspberry.
Yes. Nothing more, just a little.
Just a little, yeah. How you doing? How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
Happy to be here.
Really? I'm glad you're here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the business. What made you start?
Well, as you know, I've been baking for a while into the whole pastry school thing.
When did you go to pastry school?
So 2009?
Okay, that's right.
It's almost a year after we graduated high school.
Yeah.
And so 2009, and I, did some weddings after I graduated here and there, whatever. Got to work in bakeries back home in New Orleans for a little while, for almost a year. But why I started my business, what really triggered it, because I had stopped baking for a long time, and actually decided to go run the rat race, got a bachelor's degree and all that, was I got tired of doing that. And as I was building my relationship with God, it was, I've given you this gift. You're not working in your assignment.
Yeah.
No, it's not easy, but not only does it bring you joy, it brings other people joy. So I was like, let me just do it. And on top of that, giving birth, it's like giving birth to a whole new you.
Yeah.
So and the whole, what are we leaving behind? What am I actually doing?
The legacy.
The legacy.
Yeah.
And even if that's not something she wants to do, as her mother, I'm here to set an example. No, you don't have, if she doesn't want to do it, that's fine, but live within your purpose. If this is what you've been called to do it. Otherwise, you're going to be miserable without it. Even if it doesn't bring you millions and millions of dollars. Because it's simply the joy of baking.
Yeah.
Like making the jam. I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Or the spread. But I don't have to make bread for my family every week. But it's what I enjoy doing.
What would you say has been your favorite creation this far?
That's a difficult question.
I get it, but try.
Because each request and custom order is so different, because it's for that person and with who they are in a sense, or what they're celebrating. But I will say this, making my nephew's cakes have been my joy. The Elmo one I did for my nephew, and the Cocoa Melon. Those were my two favorite creations. How unique they were, going about it, because when people will say, oh, you have creative freedom, but these are the components and things that I'm looking for. Sometimes I don't usually practice it. What I do is I just brainstorm, look at techniques, see how I want to approach it. And since I'm really a buttercream only pastry chef at this time.
Okay, why only buttercream?
I'm not a fan of fondant. Not a fan of it. It doesn't taste good to me. It tastes like Play-Doh.
It does.
So for me, it's about taste, quality. All of my products are made from scratch. It's just not for me as a cake creator or pastry creator.
Gotcha.
And so we're just figuring out how to do it all with buttercream without compromising flavor and structure and things like that.
Angelique is my sister-in-law, and I have known you, we won't say how many years. We've known each other a long time.
Yeah.
So I've been eating Angelique's food forever. Before you were a pastry chef officially, you've always been able to throw down. So happy that you've started this business and are sharing this love with everybody, because I have truly enjoyed your food. Like, for real. That's not even for the camera, girl. I love it. Yes. So I have a story that I feel like people should know. This is how good her stuff is. So I went to a party and I brought some of Angelique's cookies. She does these cookie platters, every Christmas season. And somebody else brought a very well-known cookie brand as well. And everybody decided that they liked the anonymous cookies because they didn't know where they came from. They liked them better than this very well-known popular cookie brand. And that's when I knew, I was like, she really has something here, because it was everybody, like it was unanimous. Everybody loved her cookies. Pushed those other ones to the side and they went straight for the love of sweets. And I just think that's a testament to like you being on the right track and just continuing to just spread the love with your food. You know, I own my business as well, so there's a lot of challenges along the way. So in your industry, what would you say has been kind of the biggest challenge for you?
For me, time is a valuable thing. Finding the time to create, fill in those requests and those orders, with working a 9-to-5 and being a mom and being a wife and being a sister, being a daughter and all those things.
Yeah.
But still trying to find that time for me, give them the best version is been a challenge for me. More recently, with the job I've taken over the past couple of years, my 9-to-5.
Yeah.
So
how have you been kind of navigating that?
I'm figuring it out. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm getting over the complaining portion about it, and now it's like, okay, because
what do I do about it?
Yeah, what do I do about it? Because
Yeah.
I'm not the person just gonna sit here and keep going over and over. Do something about it.
Yeah.
So that means I need to make some changes. And that means just you got to say no to some things.
That's true.
And if that means some of my baking and creations have to take a back seat a little bit for temporarily, so that I can get back to myself, reconnect, recenter, and have a solid action plan.
Yeah, that's important. Planning is key. Yeah, I know it.
So finding the time
Yeah.
has been challenging, because by the time I get home, it's dinner, bath, bed, and then I usually don't start baking until after bedtime, which is like 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
And because I make everything
From scratch. Yes, that's true.
time.
So, the big debate, macaroons or macarons?
Two things can exist. Two things can exist.
What's the
they
difference?
both exist.
Okay.
Macaroons, if you listen to it, it's just some American little coconut, little type of little drop cookie.
Okay.
You know, basic.
Yes, yes.
She's cool because America's basic. But anyway, macarons
Okay.
is traditionally a French pastry, a French cookie, where in the way that it's done, and it's all light and delicious. But and then you make a little filling of like buttercream, or you do a jam, you know, whatever, get creative with it, and you smash those, and it's like a little cookie sandwich.
Is that what we're eating today?
No, today you're eating some cake. Cake with a little Swiss buttercream, and I did take my jam spread and put it in between. So it's a chocolate cake, vanilla bean buttercream,
Yes.
little jam in the center.
So we'll be doing a nice little taste testing later, so you guys can get real live feedback on just how good her stuff is. My next question for you is, what do you really like to bake? Or let me know some of the things that you typically bake.
My specialties are cake and pastries.
Give us the special.
So I construct custom cakes, cookies, cupcakes, cookie sandwiches. I've been
Okay.
doing that recently. My stuff's very seasonal, usually.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I try to work with the seasons. But yeah, and even if it's not something that's like on my main, because I'm classically trained and southernly trained,
Yeah.
I do a little bit of everything. So like the homemade breads and croissants. Somebody asked me for honey butter biscuits, and I made them some honey butter
I was
biscuits.
about to say, I know you made them.
I made them some honey butter biscuits. So, what my main thing, yes, are going to be the desserts
Okay.
and the pastries, cakes, and things like that.
Is there anything new that we can kind of expect from you? Like any new items that you're going to add seasonally?
Seasonally coming up, I am going to be offering custom made. My plan is to offer like some custom made ice cream plates. because I do make those as well.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I do make my own. I've been just keeping it kind of in the circle for years. Yeah, I've made ice cream sorbets.
Okay.
This is my other sorbets are my top favorite because anytime I go to a summer party, I'll make a sorbet and we mix it with the drinks.
Yeah.
And it is so nice and refreshing.
Ooh, we should do that at our next event.
Yes. But so I'll be doing that, but I am also looking to just market myself more into the custom cakes and cupcakes and cookies. And so that's what I'm working. Macarons. Macarons.
Not macaroons. So for your whole company, where do you see yourself going? What do you see? What's next for the Love of Sweets?
I would like for it to. So we talk about that time thing, right? And the thing that's really sucking the time is my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So my goal is to have it replace that so I can spend more time with my family, and we want to grow our family, but I'm not going to do that if I can't be there.
Another niece. Is that what I just heard?
No. So we want, we want to do all these things and like I said, grow our family, grow our quality of life.
Right. That's
because
what it's about.
we spend so much time at work with these people who trying to suck the soul and life out of us, and we have to have the armor of God before we walk up in there, and a pole praise dance and everything else, and they're not deserving of my time.
Right.
However, my mortgage says something different.
Exactly.
So, and they pay for my health insurance and things like that. So I would like to see that replace the income that I am making, so that I can be there more for my family, because that's my ultimate goal. Is I want and desire to be more present.
Right. That's important.
And I don't want to say, baby, mommy's gotta go to work. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of women out there who career women, and I actually recently just had this conversation with your brother, and how I didn't have the choice or the option or even the knowledge of being a stay-at-home mom. It was work to survive. Right. And you've known me, I've been working since
always
high school,
worked, yeah.
2 jobs and what have you. And it wasn't until a little bit after we gave birth, that I realized I don't want to do this. I want to create a home that my family can come and be. They can take the load off from the world, and I can facilitate that. Yeah. A functioning, loving home. And for us personally, it requires one of the parents to be there. Yeah. Consistently. And even if we didn't have kids that run in the right ways and go in our separate ways, your home should really be not only the place where you grow your relationship with God, but your relationship with your family and all that together. And so you can't do that if you're giving everybody else your time and you're not putting your time in the right places. And so
you're gonna make everybody quit their jobs. I just want you
I'm not trying to do that. Right. Don't quit your jobs. Right. Be smart about it. But we have a plan. That's what earlier when I told you this is supposed to be the year of no for us, and really working on our finances and focusing on us as a unit and to create the life that we want, because it's not going to be handed to you. Yes, you pray for it, but you have to put in that work for it as well. Because he's not going to bless you with something that you're not even preparing yourself for.
That's real. That's real.
So that's what we're working towards. That's the goal. To be able to share my love of sweets with everyone, while also being present for my family.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Like, I was scared.
You were. This is what this is for. I want people to really get stories from business owners, from people who want to quit their jobs and start businesses, for people that already have businesses and just need a little encouragement and just need to know we all go through these kinds of things. That's what I want for this segment, Inner Views. Thanks, you guys.
Go to where he's leading you. You have a chocolate sponge with a Swiss meringue buttercream.
The spread really makes it for me. It's really light.
It's like the perfect amount of
Bye, y'all.